Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, fighters, and even those who came here simply because they heard there would be free Wi-Fi, welcome. You know, every time I give a speech, I always see a few people in the audience pretending to take notes, while in reality, they're updating their Facebook status. Don't worry, I forgive you, because at least you're branding yourself as busy. Today I want to share with you something so powerful, so transformative, that it could literally change the trajectory of your life. And the best part is, it doesn't require you to be a genius, it doesn't require you to be born into wealth, and it certainly doesn't require you to have the perfect face for Instagram. If that were the requirement, half of us would fail instantly, including me. What I'm talking about is the power to rebrand yourself. Now when I say rebrand, some of you are already imagining logos, fancy websites, gold-plated business cards, or maybe dyeing your hair neon green just to look different. No, no, no. That is decoration, not transformation. I'm not talking about marketing gimmicks or cosmetic changes. I'm talking about something much deeper. The art of rebranding the most important product in the entire universe. You. Let me tell you a little secret. A principle that every successful person in history has understood, whether they were in business, politics, sports, or even entertainment. The secret is this. The world doesn't buy what you sell until it buys who you are. You can have the best product, the most innovative idea, or the most incredible skill, but if people don't trust your brand, they won't invest in you. And here's the good news. You have the power to change that starting today. When you hear the word brand, what comes to mind? Apple, Coca-Cola, Nike, Amazon, Alibaba. Of course, don't forget Alibaba. These brands are powerful because people trust them, they stand for something, and they constantly adapt. But here's the catch. You, too, are a brand. Whether you like it or not, every day you are selling something, your skills, your ideas, your personality, even your smile. The problem is many of us are still stuck selling the old version of ourselves. Outdated, boring, dusty, like an old Nokia phone strung. Yes, but nobody is buying it anymore. You can't walk into 2025 carrying the version of you from 2010. It's like trying to use Windows 98 today. You will crash before you even open Google Chrome. Rebranding is not about faking. It is about upgrading. It is about shedding the skin that no longer serves you and stepping into the person you are becoming. Let me confess something. I was not always Jack Ma, the so-called business guru, motivational speaker, and founder of Alibaba. No. For a very long time, I was just the skinny guy with big ears who failed everything. I failed my middle school exams twice, high school exams twice, university entrance exams 3 times. If there was a Guinness World Record for failing, I think my picture would be on the cover. But one day I realized that failing was not the problem. The problem was my branding. Everybody knew me as the failure guy. Even I introduced myself that way. Hello, I'm Jack Ma, professional failure. That was my brand. But then I said, enough is enough. I will rebrand myself. Instead of being known as a failure, I decided to become the man who never gives up. Do you see the difference? Failure was my history, but persistence became my brand. And that brand worked because the world loves a comeback story. People will laugh at you when you are down, but they will clap for you when you rise again if you give them a new brand to believe in. My friends, let me tell you something painful but funny. Many of you are still suffering from bad branding. You are carrying around names, reputations, and labels that other people gave you years ago, sometimes even decades ago. Some of you are still known by the nicknames people gave you in primary school. You remember them, right? Lazy John, Slow Mary, Shy Peter, Broke Susan. And the tragedy is not that they called you those names. The tragedy is that you believed them and kept them as your personal brand long after childhood. Think about it. If someone called you shy when you were 12, why are you still introducing yourself as shy at 25? If someone once laughed at you and said you are lazy, why are you still agreeing with them 10 years later by living like a couch potato? These labels are expired products. You're like a supermarket selling milk that expired 5 years ago. Nobody wants it, not even the hungriest cat in the neighborhood. Here's the truth. The only label you should wear is the one you design for yourself. Don't let your past dictate your present identity. If they call you lazy, don't fight rebrand as strategically resting or energy efficient. If they call you too serious, smile and say you are highly focused. If they laugh because you are broke, don't cry rebrand as a billionaire under construction. Everything in life is marketing. Even your weaknesses can be rebranded into strengths if you are smart. The world doesn't care about your history. It only cares about the story you are telling today. So stop wearing old, dusty labels. Create your own. Write your own taglines. If companies can do it, why not you? Now let me warn you, rebranding is not easy. If you want to rebrand, you must change your mindset, your habits, and sometimes your environment. Think about it. If Coca-Cola stayed the same formula since 1886 without adapting, they would be out of business. They keep rebranding to stay relevant. You must do the same. Some of you want success, but still carry the same bad habits from high school. Sleeping until noon, spending hours scrolling on TikTok, waiting for miracles. My friend, you cannot rebrand yourself with the same behavior that destroyed your old brand. Rebranding means discipline. Rebranding means letting go of toxic people. Rebranding means learning new skills, speaking differently, dressing differently, even walking differently. Yes, walking. Have you noticed successful people walk like they own the street? Even if their wallet has only 2 coins, their steps say millionaire. That is branding. Let me give you a funny example. Imagine you are broke, really broke. Your wallet has more air than money. But instead of telling people, I'm broke, you rebrand it. You say, I'm currently investing in financial fasting for spiritual clarity. Suddenly, you sound like a philosopher instead of a broke person. That is branding. Or maybe you are single, very single, like the Sahara Desert. Don't cry and say, nobody wants me. Rebrand yourself. I am currently in a season of selective premium dating. Doesn't that sound better? The world doesn't see you the way you are. The world sees you the way you present yourself. So present wisely. Let me give you practical steps. 1, audit your old brand. Ask yourself, how do people see me? How do I see myself? What reputation do I carry? If your brand is negative, it's time for a relaunch. 2, decide your new identity. Don't just wish, decide. Write down how you want people to see you in 5 years. Strong leader, creative innovator, kind human. That's your new brand. 3, upgrade your skills. You cannot rebrand as an expert if you are still operating with outdated knowledge. Learn, grow, practice. 4, change your environment. If your friends only know you as the joker and you now want to be taken seriously, maybe it's time to spend time with different people. 5, communicate the new brand. Speak differently, dress differently, act differently. Let the world notice the new you. 6, stay consistent. Branding fails when you confuse people. One day you are a professional, next day you are a clown. Decide who you are and stay consistent. Here is the beauty of rebranding. People will treat you not according to what is inside you at first, but according to the brand you project outwardly. That may sound unfair, but it is reality. If you project strength, confidence, and clarity, people will respect you, follow you, and even invest in you. If you project weakness, confusion, and insecurity, they will ignore you at best or exploit you at worst. The world doesn't always see your potential immediately. It reacts to the packaging first. I know this from my own life. In the early days, nobody respected me. To them, I was just a skinny guy with broken English, no money, and big dreams that sounded like fairy tales. They didn't listen, not because my ideas were bad, but because my brand was weak. I was still carrying the old Jack the man who failed exams, got rejected from jobs, and had nothing impressive to show. That was my public image. But when I decided to rebrand myself, not as a failure, but as a visionary entrepreneur who believed in the future of the internet, suddenly the narrative changed. People started listening. Same Jack, same face, same poor English, but a new brand. And guess what? That new brand attracted opportunities, partnerships, and eventually built Alibaba, one of the largest companies in the world. This is why I tell you, your life will not change until you change your brand. People believe the story you tell about yourself. If you brand yourself as ordinary, people will treat you as ordinary. But if you brand yourself as extraordinary in progress, they will treat you as someone worth watching. Your brand is your ticket upgraded, and the world will upgrade the way it treats you. Let me end with this. When you rebrand, people will criticize you. Some will laugh, some will gossip, some will say, who does she think she is? That's normal. People don't like updates unless it's on their iPhone. But listen, if you fear criticism, you will stay stuck in your old brand forever. Don't fear. Remember, even Jesus had critics. Even Messi has critics. Even Jack Ma, yes, me, has critics. If people criticize you, congratulations, you are becoming important. So my friends, if you are tired of being underestimated, tired of being ignored, tired of being broke, tired of being laughed at, tired of waking up every morning and seeing the same old version of yourself in the mirror, don't just sit there waiting for miracles. Don't complain, don't beg for sympathy, and don't wait for someone else to change your story. The power to transform your life is not in the hands of your parents, your boss, or your government. It is in your hands. Rebrand yourself. Because life is not about who you were yesterday. Yesterday is gone. And honestly, nobody cares anymore. Life is about who you decide to be today and who you are becoming tomorrow. The past may have shaped you, but it does not have to define you. You are not a prisoner of your old image unless you choose to remain one. Remember this. You are not a finished product. You are a brand in progress. Every day is a new marketing campaign, a fresh advertisement for who you are becoming. You can wake up tomorrow and decide to be a new person. You can rebrand yourself as disciplined, courageous, visionary, unstoppable. And if you keep showing the world that version consistently, people will eventually believe it. Don't underestimate the power of reinvention. Companies do it all the time. Cities do it. Even countries do it. So why not you? Don't let your old reputation limit your new possibilities. Rebrand, relaunch, and re-inspire not only yourself, but also the people around you. And when they ask, who is this new person, smile and say, this is the upgraded version of me version 2.0. Thank you.